Hey folks, good morning and welcome to Smile Jamaica. It's morning time, middle of the week, almost the end of the month. It is September 26th and we welcome everyone on onespotmedia.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat at Smile Jam TVJ, also on televisionjamaica.com. Great to have you with us this morning. As always, we have a great show. We know the roads are still not as fixed as they ought to be, so I suspect a lot of you have to leave way earlier than normal. So we hope you have a great day today. But it's a great way to start by watching us here. Yeah. Well, one.
Good morning, Mr. Bell.
Everything is everything?
Everything is everything. Good morning, Jamaica. Good morning to the entire crew. Good morning to all our friends, as Neville said, on the onespotmedia.com. Our friends abroad, our diaspora tuning in. We're here. We're alive. Kingston is, although some zones are under operations, special operations, due to our crime, we're still here. We're still doing good. We're still not hurting anybody at TVJ. We're not hurting anybody. We're not killing anybody. We're just loving everybody. And it's going to be a great day. So give thanks for life. And give thanks to all the people doing hard work to protect our citizens.
Oh, your kids.
The kids are good. My children, not the goats. My children are doing well. How are your children, viewers? Yeah. Some of them are going to school. They're up already and on public transport making their way to school. I mean, I really salute you. It's not easy waking up so early.
There was a television station in Buffalo, New York. Can't remember the name, but they had a 11 o'clock p.m. news every night. And you would start by saying, it's 11 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?
Really?
Yeah.
But really?
Serious. Every night they would start like that. And
really?
Say, oh, we should probably do that.
We should do that.
Yeah,
do you
every
know
night
where your
he starts. He says, it's 11 o'clock, and he says, do you know where your children are?
That's so true.
Incredible.
Yeah. Well, you know, last night coming home from PTA meeting at about 8:30, and I'm driving and I'm looking and I'm seeing, you know, kids still making their way home. And I thought about it and I said, boy, it's rough to have to go home, whatever homework you have to do, depending how far you have to go. Like some people are probably reaching home 11 p.m. and then have to get up again so early to get to school. We have to really think about the journey some children have to make to get to school, and then how do they function when they
Which is why zoning is not necessarily a bad thing. The bad thing about zoning is that not all schools are equal. I'm not certain if we'll ever get there. But there's a young man at St. John's College. He graduated now. It costs him $700 a day
up and
for
back?
bus fare.
Oh, a day.
$700 a day.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So he lives out in Morant Bay. Why would you have to travel so far to go to school?
Yeah.
And I know you have choices and you might want to go to Campion College or you might want to go to Jamaica
but the
College.
thing is,
if all the schools were at a level, because if you live in Bridgeport, you probably should go to Bridgeport.
I get the zoning, but then again, as you said, not all schools are equal, and the opportunities you get when you at different schools is something that you have a right, I think, to have. Let me tell you about this young lady now. She's been chosen as one of the young leaders for the SDGs, United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Her name is Christina Monteith. She has been working with Talk Up Youth since Wolmer's. Graduated from the University of the West Indies, is a recipient of the Sheveling Scholarship. She is in New York now representing Talk Up Youth at the UN table, 17 out of thousands of applications. The reason I bring her up is an example. It doesn't matter where you come from, you can do it. She went to school at Wolmer's every day from St. Thomas. And every single day when we have work at Talk Up Youth, she makes her way up and she makes her way back, and she has to rise before everybody else and go down before everybody else. And that's a discipline that we've instilled in a lot of young people, and I want you all to take that note. It doesn't matter how far you have to travel. You just know that you have to get up a little earlier, go to bed later, but it's about the commitment and the discipline, even though you have to do a little bit more than everybody else. So go for it. You can achieve. Big up Christina Monteith, St. Thomas Massive, and Wolmer's Girls. Big up yourself.
All right, so, you know, our name is Smile Jamaica, but sometimes we have to touch on topics that aren't anything to smile about. In yesterday's Hot Topics, we touched on the issue of the death rate of children being on the rise. And today we follow up on that with Becky Blaine, but we won't allow that to set the tone of the show. And I don't know if you remember on Monday when Sim and I worked the two headlines that I brought up was one was said 35 kids killed since the start of September. And then about 3 pages down, it said most of the gangsters are teenagers, which is just incredible to me. So we don't want to lose our kids at all. 35, and September is not finished yet, which is just horrific. And then when we spoke to I think it was the Assistant Commissioner of Police who was here, he told me and he told us live that there was a 13-year-old that killed 7 people. 13 years old. What's going on with that? Incredible. But we will talk about that later on. What else is on the show this morning?
I feel like I'm lost for words, just processing it all. We have work to do. We have work to do. As Neville said, we don't want that to set the tone. However, it's a part of our country's major issue. And so we have to address it where we can. However, not letting that set the tone, toning up with household items. We're going to show you how you can get fit with everyday items you already have at home.
Why not leave home for a bit and head out to the 7 Seas? If you fuel up with Rubis, you could be leaving the road and heading off for a cruise. That's nice.
All right, and he's cruising in with a few paintings. Mark Bell, are you a cousin?
Well, actually, I have a nephew whose name is Mark Bell.
I wondered. No, Neville Bell, Mark Bell. It's not your family.
No, my brother's son is also Mark Bell.
Okay. Maybe it is, you know, it's a Jamaican thing, you know. I bet you're related. I'm going to call in the DNA. I might be related,
but it's not my nephew, Mark.
But I'm not your nephew, all right. Not your nephew, but I'm going to get a
if
DNA
I'm rich,
test.
if I'm money, he's my first cousin.
Well, Mark is stopping by with us, so we'll be able to see some of his art pieces.
The Art of Purpose. We've got a Hollywood publicist who will stop by to help us awaken our drive and get our aspirations in the bag.
All right. But what's in the bag? Our producer has a fun stop that will have us blindfolded and feeling through a bag of things to see if we can guess some items.
So none of these producers do have anything to do at all.
Well, you know, sometimes it's good to have fun. And, you know, as somebody who's really ready to stand on the front line and say, we need to play more as adults and have more fun. And we need to play more with our children. So we're going to start it off today. #PlayMattersJA. And on Smile Jamaica, Neville and I are going to play a game and have some fun. It's good for us. Makes us happier.
And it's Band Wednesday, folks, Dooley.
Yeah.
Etana.
Who's a folks, Dooley?
Folks.
Folksy.
What I just say.
That's your word.
I come up with these words.
Yes, you do.
Etana is back on the Smile stage with the Raw Soul Rebels.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
What?
Because Etana is one of my favorite artists.
And she's not one of my favorite.
I don't know, but I can tell you. You see, when I hear Etana sing and she say, I wanna be free like a bird in the sky. Wanna be free, wanna fly so high. Etana, but not lie. So I hear you sing. And I just want to tell you, it's one of my favorite artists. You can't water it down and dilute. Tell them, Etana. You can't
She's one of my
hide the
favorite
truth.
persons in life. She's one of my favorite singers. So
yours too? I like. We have something in common. Isn't that beautiful?
No, we don't.
After all these years.
We don't.
We finally found something.
We don't have nothing in common. Hot Topics time. That we have in common. We will do the Hot Topics together.
Oi! Boy, Neville. 14 years and 2 trials later, Bill Cosby is led away in handcuffs, as you can see there in this picture. 81-year-old. Convicted sex offender. Boy, I tell you. 3 to 10 years in state prison for drugging and sexually assaulting Andrea Constant 14 years ago. It took more than a decade, as I mentioned, 2 trials and dozens of accusers to seal his fate. So, how you feel about this story, Mr. Bell?
Unfortunate, but if the law says that's what you deserve, then that's what you deserve. Quite unfortunate, and I think at the start, when we heard all about this, a lot of folks were saying, no, they might fight against him and not so, and show him black and stuff. And then a lot more people came up. I actually didn't think it would get to this, truth be told.
Yeah.
I didn't think it would get to this, but he will, as Empress said, 3 to 10 years which could mean 3 years, could mean 9 or 10 years. And he goes to a state-of-the-art, brand-new prison. They had asked for bail yesterday, and the judge says no. The judge says no, and he was led away, again, as Empress said, in handcuffs. It's not a good look, but I think it kind of proves that you're not too big to be punished. If the thought is that you misbehaved and you broke the law and you're caught, then I guess this is what happens. But it's unfortunate.
Everybody's talking about the statutes of limitations.
81 years old. And
whether or not, something that happened so long ago.
Yep. He's legally blind. So it's not a good look at all.
There's so much to discuss in this, but it's important though that some things come to light. And the good thing is that I hope we see a reduction in sexual abuse cases and rape cases because of all of this in the public. That I hope it's like some people are looking and saying, boy, all right, the time has come to put an end to this, looking at what's been happened, because it will come back up. And it can be 10 years later, 14 years later, as we have seen with a lot of the Catholic priests. We're seeing it. Harvey Weinstein. How many years did he get now? Did he get any jail time?
I'm not certain that's been decided just yet. We move on. Right. Another 445 million is being allocated to the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Among other things, the various security measures imposed by the administration to stem the country's murder rate and restore public order. The government now plans to allocate 7 billion to local authorities to pay current and outstanding charges for street lighting, 1.7 billion to the National Housing Trust to settle outstanding arrears in employer contribution owned by the public sector entities, and more than 500 million to clean up the voters list by removing the names of deceased persons. So, at the same time, the administration has proposed cutting over 1.4 billion from the 3.6 billion that had been set aside to fund the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project. According to the first supplementary estimates, the government now plans to spend 791 billion this fiscal year, compared to 773 that was projected. So the increased allocation to the JCF includes 235 million to support the government's two main anti-crime measures, which is the states of public emergency and zones of special operations, and 80 million for the new police formation, the Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement Branch. So there you go. Lots of money is to be spent.
What is this on the front page here following that? Says the government is to get an unclaimed 15 billion next year to access at least a third of the estimated 45 billion in unclaimed funds lying dormant in accounts of local commercial banks. That's something I want you all to start thinking about. If your money is dormant in the bank for a certain amount of years, I think it's probably all 15 years, and in certain countries it's like 7 years and thing. The government can take that money and use it for the affairs of the country. So that's something that we need to discuss. But look at that, 15 billion.
Yep.
Whoa! And there's 45 billion in unclaimed funds lying dormant in accounts. We could do something with it.
Yep.
But if I say do something with it, what do I want to do with it? Do something for the children, to protect the children. What else is going on?
Final one, police.
This is bad news. In 72 hours, the police have seized 15 illegal firearms, more than 140 rounds of ammunition. That's within 72 hours alone. Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson is commending the police for the seizures, saying that he or they or we, he says, quote, will continue to improve on our investigative capabilities as we serve, protect, and reassure the citizens of the country. That's what he says. All right.
Time for some birthdays. I got many. First, I want to say good morning to Monique Thorpe, who works at the Jamaica Public Service Company. Monique, I hope you have an absolutely brilliant day today. And I wish you many, many more fantastic days.
Yes.
Birthday greeting to my friend Terry Ann Evans from Jamaica National, Morant Bay. And it's from Shanna. And also Miss Danielle White of the Math Department at STGC. Happy birthday to you both. Birthday greetings to Taisha Palmer. She celebrates her birthday today. It's from all your friends from Unique and family. Here's Taisha right there. Let me show Taisha. Have a great day today. Many, many, many happy returns. Where is Taisha? There you go, Taisha. Look how my hand's steady. Happy birthday also to Kesan Pringle. Kesan is from Sheffield, Westmoreland. Her birthday was yesterday. Here's Kesan in a nice red and white outfit.
I tell you, you really are the king of birthdays.
Yeah.
I'm here with like, how many more?
Vietnam, and happy birthday to Priscilla. Priscilla, them don't give me her last name. Priscilla. It just says Priscilla, and it says greetings are coming from the entire family. And Priscilla, nice picture here. Priscilla, Priscilla, I hope you have a great day. Look how my hand's steady. And the final one is a very special, very, very special one. It's my son's birthday today. My son Kwame. Kwame, I hope you have a brilliant...
You gave your son an Afro... Oh, yeah, I forgot you're Afro-centered. You're Pan-Africanist in many ways. I forget your culture. Yes, Kwame. Born on a Wednesday. Born on a Wednesday?
Yeah,
Ghanaian?
Saturday.
Saturday. Kwame Saturday?
I can't tell him happy birthday.
Oh, yeah. Who is it again? Your son?
Yeah.
Kwame, happy birthday, Kwame Bell.
Happy birthday, Kwame.
Love you, brethren.
I hope you have a great day. Also, today I want to say good morning to Denise and David James, who lost their son a couple years ago in a football game, Dominic. And today, Dominic would have been 20 years old today. So
sure.
Be strong. I know it's tough.
It is
but
tough.
I don't know how tough it is because it's their only child.
Yeah.
Lost him at 18 years
so
old.
terrible.
All right.
Neville Bell is on the front page of the Gleaner, so if you want to pick up the Gleaner today, I don't know what he's talking about. Brilliant White earns points for stats, so yes, read about that. Also, happy birthday to all the children who are born today, especially children in state care, those in the children's homes, those in foster homes, or just children waking up and it's your birthday and you don't feel love. It's not about what you're going to get in the presents. It's about looking into yourself and knowing that God doesn't make junk. You are worth something, and keep on dreaming and walking in that path, on that path to achieve your greatest desires. We here at TVJ, especially Smile Jamaica, we love you. Have a happy birthday. Hug yourself and love yourself.
Happy birthday, folks. Have a great day.